All right, let's dive right in. We're going on a little journey today into the world of R. You know, R, that powerhouse programming language for pretty much all things data science. And if you've ever found yourself wondering, how do people take just a bunch of numbers and turn them into these amazing, compelling stories, well, you have definitely come to the right place.
I mean, it really does feel like a bit of magic, doesn't it? You've got these endless rows and columns of data, and somehow, poof, they become real insights that actually answer important questions. So today, we're going to pull back that curtain. We're going to show you exactly how the magic works, and our wand, so to speak, is going to be R.
Okay, so like any big adventure, our data journey has to start with getting the right gear. And for us, that means we need to set up just two, absolutely essential pieces of software.
Now, this is a super important distinction to get right from the get-go. Think of R itself as the powerful engine of a car. It's what does all the real work, all the heavy lifting behind the scenes. RStudio, on the other hand, is the dashboard. It's your steering wheel, your gauges, everything that makes controlling that powerful engine way, way easier. You get these nice, neat windows for your code, your data, your plots, everything. So yeah, they are two totally separate programs, but they are an absolute dream team, designed to work together seamlessly.
And you know what? Getting set up is so easy. Seriously, it's just two simple steps. First, you grab the R engine from its official home, the CRN website. Then you pop over to Posit's website and download the RStudio dashboard. And that's it. You're literally all set, ready to hit the road on your data journey.
All right, tools are installed. We're ready to rock. Now for the really fun part. We're going to embark on our very first data quest. The mission? To take a simple, everyday question and use our new tools to find a crystal clear, visual answer.
And our quest is a pretty classic one. It's something that just feels true, right? You'd think that cars with bigger engines probably guzzle more gas. But here's the thing about data science. We don't just go with our gut. We ask the data. We let the numbers tell the story.
So, to create our chart, we're going to use this absolutely fantastic tool called ggplot2. And yep, that's ggplot2. Just think of it like a master painter's set of brushes and paints, but for making graphs. It's a key part of this whole ecosystem of tools called the Tidyverse. And the whole point of the Tidyverse is to make doing data science feel really intuitive and, well, fluid. Okay, so the very first piece of code we're going to write is library ggplot2. Here's a simple way to think about it. Imagine all the R packages you've installed are like books on a bookshelf. The library command is you reaching up, grabbing the ggplot2 book off the shelf, and opening it up on your desk. Now all of its tools are right there, ready for you to use in this session.
Next up, we need some data, right? And this is super handy. ggplot2 actually comes with some datasets built right in. We're going to use one called MPG, which, as you might guess, has miles per gallon data for a bunch of cars. This little line of code just makes a copy of that data and assigns it the name MPG in our session, just so it's easy to refer to.
Okay, this line is where the magic really happens. This is what's called the grammar of graphics. We're basically building our plot layer by layer. First, we call the ggplot function and tell it, hey, use our MPG data. Then, inside AES, which stands for aesthetics, we do the mapping. We say, put the engine size, which is called display, on the x-axis, and put the highway fuel efficiency, HW, on the y-axis. And finally, we add a plus sign and tell it how we want to see that data. In this case, geom_point says, just draw a bunch of dots. And that's how you make a scatter plot.
And we hit run on that little chunk of code, and voila! There it is. RStudio pops up our plot, and just like that, our lines of code have turned into a beautiful visual insight.
So what's the data telling us? I mean, look at that. There's a clear downward slope, right? That's what we call a negative relationship. As the engine size along the bottom axis goes up, the fuel efficiency on the side axis goes down. It's as clear as day. Our quest is complete, and our hunch is confirmed by the data.
So once you get a taste of this power, you're gonna want to do it all the time. But that leads to a brand new challenge. As you start doing more and more analysis, how in the world do you keep everything from turning into a total chaotic mess on your computer?
This quote really gets to the heart of a core idea in good data science: reproducibility. The gold standard is to start every session with a totally blank slate. The goal is to have a script that can perfectly recreate your entire analysis, from start to finish, just by running it. This is how you guarantee your work is self-contained and trustworthy. It's absolutely crucial.
So how do we actually do this? Well, the best tool for the job is something called RStudio Projects.
It's simple, really. Each project you work on gets its very own self-contained folder. It keeps your data files, your scripts, and your outputs all in one tidy place, completely separate from all your other projects. It's the perfect way to live by that blank slate rule and build a solid workflow that'll save you so many headaches down the line.
Okay, so you've got your own work super organized. Awesome. But what's the next step? Usually, it's sharing your work with other people. And collaboration, well, that brings a whole new and sometimes really frustrating challenge to the table.
Ah, yes. The dreaded phrase that has echoed through the halls of data science for years. But it works on my machine. We've all been there. You create this amazing analysis, you send the script to your coworker, and it just completely breaks for them. And 9 times out of 10, the culprit is that you're using slightly different versions of the R packages.
So how do we slay this dragon? The answer is an incredible package called renv. That's renv. It solves this problem so elegantly. What it does is it gives each of your RStudio projects its very own private, isolated library of packages. So Project A can be happily using an older version of a package, while Project B is using the latest and greatest, and they never ever mess with each other.
And the absolute heart of renv is this one special file called the lock file, or renv.lock. You can think of it as the project's exact blueprint or recipe. It meticulously records the precise version of every single package your project uses. It's the key that allows anyone on any computer to perfectly recreate your setup.
And the best part? The workflow is just beautiful in its simplicity. You kick things off in a new project with renv.init. When you install or remove packages, you take a snapshot of the new setup with renv.snapshot to update that blueprint. Then when your friend gets the project, all they have to do is type renv.restore, and it rebuilds the entire environment for them, exactly like yours. It's amazing.
All right, we're almost there. The final piece of our professional workflow puzzle is this. How do you keep your tools sharp? How do you update your packages to get all the cool new features and important bug fixes, but without accidentally breaking all of your old projects that were working just fine?
Well, the old way was a nightmare. It involved manually saving lists of your packages, installing a new version of R, and then trying to reinstall everything, hoping you didn't miss anything. It was risky, and it took forever. But the renv way, it's a total game changer. You just run one command, renv.update. It finds what's new, lets you review the changes, and then safely installs the updates right inside your project's little bubble. You can update the tools for one project with zero risk of breaking anything else. It's just so clean, so safe, and so much better.
And there you have it. We've covered the whole journey. We went from a blank slate, just installing the software, all the way to having a professional, rock-solid, reproducible workflow. You now know how to take a question and turn it into a chart, how to keep your work sane with RStudio projects, and how to collaborate like a pro using renv. You've got the map, and you've got all the tools.
So now you really do have the power to explore, to ask your own questions, and to actually find the answers hidden in data. The path forward is clear. The only question left is, what story are you going to tell?